Hi everyone, welcome back. I want to just say that my voice is barely here. Excuse the noise. So I'll try not to talk too much. But we're back working on our the second video for this loaded bag. And I had stated I want to put some flowers on there. And I got these from Joann Fabric. They won't sell. So I got these and I thought this would match pretty well. So I want to put a hole right there. I don't want to glue it down. But I'm thinking a hole right there. And then in the bag, I can just put this in a little knot. So let me get something to poke a hole. Okay, so I chose not to poke a hole in. What I did was I just stuck this down inside like that and folded it over. I think that looks better. And I didn't want to ruin the paper because this, even though it's adhered down, she could easily pull this off and reapply it. And I don't want to use any glue because I don't want to warp the paper anymore. So now I need to figure out what else is going to be on this bag. Okay, so my brain is not working, which is fine. It's still foggy. So I went ahead and cut a paper from the paper collection, the Midnight Berry, and I scored it. Cut it 2.5, and I scored it every 1/2 inch. Something simple, no math, no figuring out anything for me, so that's what I did. And I'm waiting on the glue gun to get hot, and I'm going to make a rosette. Whenever I do these rosettes, I always forget stuff. Like I just cut the paper and I got the glue gun on, but I have nothing to embellish it with, so let me get up and get some embellishments, then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, and I don't own any gold straws, and if I do, I don't know what they are. I don't remember ever buying any, so I don't think I own any. So we're going to use this silver one. I think it's fine. And I didn't have any purple, this color. So now I just went to the other side where I have all the craft stuff like stored. And I pulled some things out. So what I want to try to do, this is just for the entire project. I think I want to use this white flower. I'm not sure. If I don't, no worries. But I just pull out enough stuff that I don't have to keep getting up, walking around, doing things. And then I got these gold butterflies, or one of these trims, maybe this Rick Rack trim. I think I'm going to, because it's adhesive, I think I'm going to cut it in half and line the paper. And then I got these colorways. These came from Tuesday morning. And I want to use Believe on the one itself. And since this is purple and silver, I think that'll be a good tie-in. And my glue gun is almost hot. Let me go ahead and punch out a circle. I thought I had punched out a few circles a couple of days ago. Well, not a couple of days ago. Maybe a week or two ago. Maybe last month. But obviously, I can't find them. Or I don't know what I did with them. And I was also thinking about just using this heart, those garland hearts, to punch out. But we're just going to keep it simple for me. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to cut this little piece right here in the center out. Just like that. And it's good for me that I'm using the same color, not the same color, the same paper pad. That way I don't have to worry about the color combos and things like that, because they automatically match. Well, not automatically, but usually when you buy a paper pad, the combinations are meant to go together. I'm going to use this glue. Let me go ahead and fold this over and I'll be back. Okay, for those of you that don't know how to make wands or whatever, I'm not a wand or a rosette master, but Happy Mail did a great wand making tutorial. Most of you probably know her. Happy Mail from the Heart Tina. She did it, and that's how I learned how to make those. But basically, you cut your paper, you measure how big you want it, and then you fold one up, and then you fold one down, and then you just connect and glue. And then you glue on both sides, and that's what I'm going to do. Once you put your glue on, just connect them together, and I just go back and I smash them or close them, whatever terminology you want to use, just like this. Sometimes it works and then sometimes it doesn't. Then I kind of just let it sit to the side to dry. The good thing about this, it goes on one color, and once it's dry, you can see that it's dry because it's clear. So I just press it down a little bit. I guess I press it down to make sure that the glue is adhering and to make the rosette pieces a little bit more tighter. And I think I may have some issues because I'm using crazy art glue. I usually use Aleene's tacky glue. So I don't want that to be an issue. I don't want to send this off and then it come apart. That would really bug me. I don't like when I send stuff and it falls apart on people. Excuse the camera moving. So I'm going to let that dry. I usually just sit it to the side and let it dry. And now I'm going to work on some other stuff. So I'm just going to quickly, I'm going to find this Believe and pull it out. I also like Joy, but we're going to use Believe. I love these little packets of random stuff. You know, Paper House, they sell Paper House. No, that's not. I was going to say they sell it at Walmart, but they don't. They sell color block at Walmart. So I'm just opening this up, and I won't pause the camera. It shouldn't take me that long to pull out the word Believe. These are so pretty. I think I'll put this on. So I'm going to pluck these stars out. And then I'm going to get some foam. And I'm going to put this on the bag. Okay, so I have these little thought bubbles or whatever. And I got them from the Dollar Tree. These right here, the poster board or poster shapes. So I think I might use this on the back of the rosette versus this little tiny circle. I'm not sure. We'll see. But the glue isn't dry yet on the connection, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. I think this is very pretty. So sometimes you don't have to over decorate things. You just have to find the right things to go on your projects, as I'm quite sure you all know. And I really like using foam adhesive on projects when I want to give it some type of dimension, when I feel like something is too flat. But I also like flat stuff, so I guess you just got to know when to put it on and when not to put it on. So that is all we're going to do to the bag. I think maybe we can put something down here. And since I don't do planner stuff, like I'm not into planners, yet, I guess you could say. I don't have a whole bunch of things that I think should be on this project. I just know that most people use washi tape and stickers for planners. I think I'm going to use this You Are Loved. You Are Loved at the bottom of the bag. Right there. So let me find that. On the back of it, it has happiness. I'm not sure now. Not sure. I think I'll go with happiness versus You Are Loved. Huh. Yep, happiness is going to be. Okay, so I think that looks great. Now I have to figure out something to keep the bag semi-open, closed. I don't know. Because if you open it all the way, then this is at the bottom. So I don't want to open it all the way. I want it to be like this. I think I got an idea. I may have to actually bust out the stapler for real. Let's go ahead and do this rosette. Let's see. It's dry enough. We said it worked good enough. So this is always the hard part for me, where I struggle the most. Is flipping it out or over. So I usually do the back first, because I always know that I need to decorate the front, and the back is sometimes an afterthought, unless, which it doesn't happen that often, but unless I want to do a whole bunch of fanciness to the entire thing, the front and back, which I guess I normally do that because I use different paper to do that with. So if you are doing this for the first time, be careful with your glue gun. As you all know, I have a love-hate relationship with my glue gun. And I think I'm going to throw that one in the garbage because I don't feel like it does me right. It's not on my side. So, and the glue is hot, so it's a hot glue gun, right? Be careful. I just usually keep my hand on the rosette and I'm pushing it in. So, like right here and right here, I have pressure on it to keep it from pulling or opening back up again. And then on this side, I tend to do something small, so I will use my little circle right here. Nothing super fancy at the moment. Ugh. This glue is oozing all over the place. You hear that noise? I don't know what's going on with this glue gun. But yesterday, I used it and I left it on. And I got 2 blocks from work. And I thought about it. And I had to turn around and come home and turn it off. Because I have a lot of paper stuff. So I didn't want to burn the building down. I have too much money invested into this craft stuff to carelessly do that. So once I finish using the glue gun, I just tend to always unplug it. But yesterday, Nicholas was crying about food early in the morning. Just a lot of stuff I had on my mind. So it's no one's fault but my own. But it was resolved. I was able to come home and turn it off. So I'm going to leave that there for now, and I'm going to turn off this glue gun in a few minutes, but I need to find a doily to go on here. I got up and went over to the side where the doilies are, and I still didn't get it. Don't you love that? Okay, since I have silver writing and a silver straw, I think I'm going to go with a silver backing on the back as well as the front. So I have this on the back, and it'll just be plain unless I get a stroke of something, a wild hair, to do something different. Or I may put this little purple one on the back since we are going with purple. So let's check it out. Okay, so what I can do is put this silver one on first and then this one on here, so it's not as plain. And this is just the back, so not that it's just the back, but it is the back. So it's not a major big deal, but I don't want it to be just plain. So, yeah. Try to make sure you get your pieces centered how you want them. And I usually bust out my silicone helper. This is, I don't think I got this from the Dollar Tree, but I got it from a dollar store, so Dollar General maybe. And it's silicone, so it's supposed, well, it does. It helps with the heat. But you know, this is a stirrer. Use it to apply cake mix, not cake mix, icing on your cakes. Well, some people do. I use it to help with the glue, hot glue. And so I'm going to put this in this middle. I'm living on the edge today. You see that wasn't centered. And it's definitely hot. If you don't think it is hot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten this. And whenever I flatten mine, I usually take a jewelry making tool, my flat nose pliers. I'm just digging in my jewelry bucket, my jewelry tool bucket, to get them. And even though it's pretty flat right now, I just like to add on to it. So I just go just like that. And it depends on how big you make your rosette. If you make them big and heavy, sometimes you will need reinforcements. But most of the time mine aren't super heavy. I don't do a lot of embellishing. And I'm going to put this up the back. Right there. So now what I'm going to do is put some glue on both sides of this stick. And push it up. Excuse my spider. And this little circle doesn't mean much because we're going to move it. You won't even see that circle anymore once we apply this. And I just push it up until it can't go any further. And then we're good. So right now it looks kind of crooked, right?